Prince, I wish you'd be in the studio tomorrow to come and lament. To have your say. Let's have you have your say on more things about what's going on. So on the headlines this evening, on the hot topic this evening, Federal High Court orders Sanusi's eviction. State Court stops enforcement. The film, it did like crime for music. You feel all right. Federal High Court orders Sanusi's eviction. State Court stops enforcement. You get details of that. Labour rejects federal government's fresh 60,000 naira minimum wage offer. Insist on 494 naira. So it's how federal government is adding to 2,000 naira to the thing. It's interesting.
But when they were going to buy cars for senators and honorable members, I'm just wondering. They didn't debate it. They didn't even allow Nigerians
they just increased the salaries of National Assembly members. They did not go through.
I don't understand why government finds it difficult to understand that people are going through a lot. What is 60,000 naira going to do for a Nigerian today? How much is a bag of rice? How much is a bag of curry? How much is fresh tomatoes? How much is pepper? How much are the condiments you need in cooking? People are not even talking about transportation, paying for electricity and all of that, but people are talking of things they need to eat. 60,000 naira for a man that has a wife and 3 kids. How do they survive? Our leaders, are they not Nigerians? Are they not thinking like Nigerians? Are they not breathing the same air that Nigerians are breathing? So why is it that our leaders are just doing and pretending to be doing something when they're actually doing nothing?
Okay, sorry. Let me go to the next conversation. They say 1 year in office, chaotic policy implementation puts Nigerians in economic woes. That's what the headline talk on, not be me. LG autonomy, Tinubu pledges. No, I don't think that's my headline. Let's move to other issues. So, Senate pardons recalls suspended Senator Abdul Ningi. That's in the news. You would get to find out. And then we'll move to others. Senate passes bill on old national anthem. Nigeria will heal thee. Congratulations.
Are we moving forward? Are we moving backwards?
Congratulations.
Precious, hold on.
It's still headline.
Precious, just hold on.
We get to where you
No. Hold on.
You want to have your say from the beginning?
Yes. Okay. Hold on.
I surrender.
Every country is moving forward. Countries that were colonized are changing their names to reflect their true identity. Yes, that national anthem they're going back to was in 1960. In 1978 or so, we changed it to Arise, O Compatriots. So what is wrong with the one developed by the Nigerian people? Why must we always go back to, what do you call them? We'll go backwards to those who colonized us. Why? What is it? What is it about colonization that the people who are in power do not want to let go of? You want to take us back to 1960, and you call that development in the 21st century, when people are moving forward, when people are looking ahead. What your senators, people will pay so much money, your honorable members, what they're thinking about is national anthem. I have not seen them pass any bill to curb insecurity in the land. I have not seen them pass any bill to curb hunger in the land. But they're busy passing bill of national anthem. Is it not a disgrace? Is it not a shame to the National Assembly? Is it that these people don't think, they don't have children, and their children don't teach them, don't talk to them? It's like saying, let us stop using computer, stop using Android, and begin to use typewriter. That is what they're telling us today. And they're doing it joyously and happily. Gosh, I am really, really ashamed of this National Assembly.
All right, so let's move forward. Speaking about that anthem issue, the minister for the Attorney General says allow impute, or tells the National Assembly to allow Nigerians to make their impute before passing National Assembly bill, but they already did. Nigerians didn't have to.
Well, Mr. President needs to show class right now. Okay. This is where we want to see the kind of president
he will accent it or not, right?
Yes.
Okay, moving on, Nigeria. But that was an executive bill. That's I told you to hold on. From our findings, is an executive bill. That means it was passed on from the executive arm to the House of Assembly, to the legislative arm. So, the National Assembly. If it's an executive bill, that means it emanates from the...
We know that we have always, since 2015, we've always had a rubber stamp National Assembly. We have. They don't have a say. They just do whatever the executive tells them to do. And that is where governance is in shambles in Nigeria. The arms of government that are supposed to work independently are not working. They're not doing anything.
All right, so let's move straight to other issues. Nigeria's economy dangerously failing on the Labour Party lawmakers, tell Tinubu. Nigeria's economy dangerously failing under you, Labour Party lawmakers tells Tinubu. And then moving into other issues, 1 year in office, Buhari begs Nigerians to support Tinubu. I beg now, man, support now.
Where is it talking from?
I beg. Number of distressed Nigerians rising because of Tinubu's harsh economic policies. This statement is credited to a psychiatrist. And we'll let you in on that, in the course of this conversation. But let's move on. Aggrieved Cross River lawmakers speaker reconcile. Remember, I said they may sack the speaker and they said they don't make peace. They don't make peace.
With elbow.
Everything don't soft now. So I thought to carry this story. You remember that little girl, Hanifa Abubakar, some years back, that was killed by her supposed teacher and buried. Yes. So we hear that Governor Yusuf is saying that I would make sure that I honor the death sentence no matter what happens. Remember, he was sentenced to death. But most governors find it difficult to accent, to sign for those death sentences. But Governor Yusuf is saying that no matter what, that girl needs justice for that. So Lagos, these are the hot topics. You know what? As usual, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back to begin dissecting them one at a time. Stay with us. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's law.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and passion for excellence in the continent's media space. Exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on.
Well, welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People. So let's get started very quickly. This is still the evening rush. And so we started by, letting in on the latest development in Kano State. As the Federal High Court in Kano has ordered the eviction of Emir Mohammed Sanusi II from Kufarukudu Palace, while a state high court has restrained the police and other security agencies from carrying out the eviction. Federal High Court say, "Oya, pack your load, come out for there." State say, police, no try touch am for there we dey. The Federal High Court had on Tuesday today ordered the police to ensure all rights and privileges due to the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Bayero, be given to him as the rightful Emir of Kano. The presiding judge, Justice S.A. Amobeda, who gave the ex parte order, stated that the order was made in the interest of justice and maintenance of peace in Kano State. Really? Okay. The order states an order of interim injunction restraining the respondents either by themselves, their agents, servants, privies, or any other person or authority from inviting, arresting, detaining, threatening, intimidating, harassing the applicant, raiding, tampering with, or visiting the applicants in order to arrest or infringe on his rights, or in any other way infringe on or attempt to infringe the applicant's right pending the hearing and determination of the originating motion. So an order restraining the third, fourth, and fifth respondent and all other respondents from denying the applicant the use of his official residence and palace as the emir of at the emir's palace, Kufar Kudu, as well as the enjoyment of all rights and privileges accrued to him by virtue of being emir of Kano, and to evicting anybody residing within the palace illegally, pending the hearing and the determination of the originating summons. Okay, so the suit has been adjourned, to June 4 for hearing. But a state high court sitting at Mila Road restrained the police, the Department of the State Services, and the military from evicting the reinstated Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II. So, federal, if you give your order, but state court say, no try touch him. The case was filed by Mohammed Sanusi II with the 4 kingmakers of Kano. All of them. The Mada King Kano, Yusuf Nabahami, Makaman Kano, Ibrahim Sariki Abdullahi, Saraking Bai Mansur Adnan, and Saraking Dawki Tuta Bello Tuta. I have an awesome man with me, so he's going to explain all of this. Now, the presiding judge, Justice Amina Aliyu, also restrains the court agencies from arresting or harassing the emir and his lawmakers. Now, to my guest, Prince Francis Chilaka, why do we have the courts deciding who our core traditional rulers should be? This is like, is it not making a mockery of our traditional institutions? And many would say, I'm coming to you, sorry, apologies. So many would say, oh, after all, Emir Bayero's father was the late Emir, the one that just died before Sanusi took over. So it is within his family lineage. Just like somebody did ask yesterday, and I also did say, but remember that Sanusi's grandfather too was an Emir. So how will one take to these fights like this now?
It's not a fight.
Okay.
It's just that over time, our traditional rulers have allowed themselves to be played like football by the political class. They have sold their soul and dignity to the political class. Gone are the days when you had traditional rulers that would speak and the community will listen. They will speak and government will listen. It's because of what? Greed.
Because I was actually going to say that ideally, when we used to know tradition to be tradition, even the governors will prostrate.
Yes. Because all of a sudden,
to them,
the political class have now started dictating who becomes an emir, who becomes an eze, who becomes an oba,
and who should be first, second, or third class chief or king.
So they sold themselves out to the political class when they started dining with them, when they started collecting free cars, collecting free allowances from them. And this is where I keep saying that the 1999 Constitution is the bane of our problem in this country. That document needs to be shredded. So, what you see playing out in Kano, don't forget, let us look at things the way it happened. Between Sanusi and Ganduje, it was politics. But you see, people are not being sincere with themselves. When Sanusi was dethroned and sent on exile, he didn't quarrel, he didn't fight, he left. So if the institution that brought Ado Bayero is saying, you need to go, why is it finding it difficult? It boils down to the fact that power is the ultimate and nothing else. It's not about the people.
So, but you do remember that at the time Emir, Sanusi II, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi got installed as an Emir, there were also complaints that, okay, why not Bayero's son? Because ideally he ought to have been. There was a bit of bickering that period, if you do remember.
I remember.
So don't you think that it's because of that bickering? That's why this animosity is there.
When Sanusi was dethroned, Kano was almost going up in flames. It is the same Sanusi.
But he was quiet.
Yes, it is the same Sanusi that, cooled everybody down. You see, until traditional rulers or leaders or whatever they want to call themselves, until they gain back their dignity and their prominence, political class will continue to play football with them. They will continue to trick them. Because at the end of the day, who is suffering? It is the ordinary people. They are the ones suffering. The ordinary people are the ones suffering. So we need to come to that agreement to define the role of tradition and culture in our development. We need to do that, and urgently. We can't keep having a system where the political class will determine how much you earn as a Nigerian, determine what kind of passport you carry, determine what kind of national item you would recite, and all of that. So where is the role of the people? Forgetting that democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So where do the people come into in governance?
So how do you see this ending with this suit and counter?
No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the State House of Assembly has passed a bill, and the bill has been...
The bill is a law.
Simple. So what is the problem?
Are you not asking the courts to interpret the law in the state? I don't understand. What?
See, this the problem we have is still the same problem we had during the elections. The courts will wake up and give judgments at random. And I'm asking myself, what is federal government, in quotes, what do they want? How come they are involved in what's happening in Kano? And I keep asking, who has provided the military?
How did we get to know now that federal government is involved?
Federal High Court.
Oh.
Somebody
took it to
who provided the military? Who provided the police that has been escorting him all around? Who is that? Who's doing it?
Depose the mayor.
Yes. Why are we not allowing our traditional institution to function?
All right, so let's move to other issues very quickly. So the federal government has added a sum of 3,000 naira on its initially proposed 57,000 naira minimum wage, making it the sum of 60,000 naira proposed on Tuesday during a meeting of the tripartite committee on minimum wage in Abuja. Organized labor comprising the Trade Union Congress and the Nigerian Labour Congress also went down by 3,000 from the last 497,000 naira during the last minimum wage meeting. So see before they may talk 497, as governments come up by 3,000, themselves then go down by 3,000. So from 497 they reduce their own to 494. So let's see how this goes. But then again, according to a source who gave the breakdown on today Tuesday meeting, the amount proposed by the government did not go down well with labor leaders. A member of the union who spoke to newsmen before the meeting started noted that the organized labor would only go lower if the government went higher and on its demand.
You see, Precious. Let me say this: if the executive arm of government across board, if we can say, let our honorable members, let our senators, let our governors and their political appointees earn 60,000, let 60,000 become the benchmark, a lot of people will not go into politics.
So Friday, 31st of May is a deadline.
A lot of
by
people
NLC
will not go into politics.
Do you see them ending this tussle before Friday?
They're not going to end it.
So why is NLC, for instance, not proposing that all politicians be paid by minimum wage?
No, isn't that what I just said? If you have a minimum wage, you see, people go into politics because it's the fastest and easiest way to get rich in this country. Nothing else. It's not about the Nigerian people. Everybody you see clamoring for elective position in Nigeria is not going there to do the bidding of the people. They are going there to do their own personal bidding. It's about how much money will come into their purse, into their pockets. That is the truth. And so when they get into that office, they forget where they're coming from. They forget where they're coming from. We've seen a lot of honorable members, we've seen a lot of senators who were actually, how would I put it? They were almost passing out because they didn't have money. But 1 month, 2 months into office, they are millionaires. They're sharing money, they're distributing money all over the place. They are living in affluence because your obnoxious constitution gives room for that.
So the point is, Labour has said that the reason why they initially had the agreement of 650,000 naira thereabouts was because they put out a lot of indices that the cost of housing, for house rent for a month will be this amount, transport for a month will be this amount, feeding is this amount, light will be this amount, based on the current cost of reality, the current realities in the country, right? And then they said, federal government, if you're going to propose a figure to us, or you break it down, tell us how this figure is going to work. We've told you how we came to the figure we came, right? How we reached the figure that we give to you. How about you tell us how you reached the figure that...
The government will not do that. You know why?
Why?
It will expose them.
How?
It will expose them. If at the end of the day they say rent is 5,000 naira a month, where can you get a rent of 5,000 naira a month?
Okay.
Where?
So then how should an average worker survive if the average worker cannot get rent of 5,000 naira?
The government is not interested in how the
that means corruption
survives.
will never end. See, the thing is that if an average worker in Nigeria continues to spend more than they earn, which is the present reality, whether we like it or not, the average Nigerian spends more. Their expenses are more, much more than they earn, right? So if that continues to be the case, people will take bribe. People will do bribe, kurukere waka. People will do anything that they can to survive, because the natural human state or human nature is to survive. So you would not want to even see the crime or corruption in anything you want to do. You'd first of all want to survive because you have to be alive, right? So then how are we going to get the system working? Okay. How are we going to fight the corruption that we have been struggling to fight?
Precious, do you know where this whole thing, we got it wrong as a people, is when we, with the last administration and this administration, when we started hearing about palliatives. Look at what the governor of Kano State did yesterday, Children's Day. Said he gave out 20,000 to 500 children. That's 10 million naira. Do you know how much that, you know how many small cottage industries that 10 million would set up in that state? And you're giving 20,000 naira for the children, and we don't even know whether these are real children or adults, whether you say you want them to start off business. What kind of business will you start with 20,000 naira? Knowing that 20,000 naira will be food money for another 1 day or 2 days. And it's all over.
All right, so let's go straight to other issues. So Senator Abdul Ningi has been recalled. We should say congratulations to him, right? Okay.
Is that
the recall
news?
process was initiated after a motion moved by Deputy Minority Leader Senator Abba Moro, who expressed regret on behalf of the suspended senator. Senator Moro pledged to assume full responsibility for Senator Ningi's actions, acknowledging the activity of the suspension. The senator's conduct during the period of suspension has been a matter of scrutiny and debate within the legislative body. Bottom line, he's been called back, so we should be excited that he's back to his work and he will receive his salary.
I'm not excited.
It's okay. So let's get straight to that national anthem. Oh, you've already handled that, so we should let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Okay, because just for Nigerians' listening pleasure, the Senate today, Tuesday, passed the bill seeking to return Nigeria in the old national anthem. Now, this followed the adoption of the report of the Senate Joint Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, Legal Matters, Federal Character, and Intergovernmental Affairs at a plenary. Presiding, bottom line, they've adopted it. Make I not waste your time. But still about that report or that bill, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has urged did urge them before they pass this bill to consult widely before passing the bill, seeking to return or the return of the old national anthem. So good, make on a pass them without hearing from Nigerians whether they want this old bill or not. But they don't already pass them. But the question now is, if this is an executive bill like we heard that it is, why would the federal government, how can the federal government even send an executive bill without the consent of the Attorney General, who is now advising them to seek public opinion before accepting the bill? Why not go through the normal route or process, or why not go through the route of, we have this idea as the Ministry of Justice, so we think that this our old national anthem is better, or it has more wordings that should propel us to action, so let's what do you guys think if we send the bill to National Assembly to pass it? I don't understand.
Let me use your word, propel us to action. do you propel people on an empty stomach to action?
We'll be fine now.
How will you be fine?
Okay.
It's not about the wordings of the national anthem. It's about the lifestyle of those who are proposing the national anthem itself. What kind of sacrifices are the senators making? What kind of sacrifices are the honorable members making in this time that Nigerians are not able to feed well? What kind of sacrifice are they making? Have they made any sacrifice? These are same people who bought cars for 160 million, 130 million each. Yet, the ordinary Nigerian on the street is finding it difficult to feed. Like I said earlier on, it is not about a national anthem. It's about a mindset, change of mindset. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the other national anthem. Because that national anthem is when you talk about, gingering people to move, asking people to do the right thing, arise your compatriots. That is what Nigeria stands for.
All right, so let's move on to other issues. I'm sure Nigerians would love to react to that. So the Labour Party, LP caucus in the House of Representatives, today, Tuesday, said Nigeria's economy has dangerously continued in a free fall since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 1 year in office. One of my, little child, neighbor's child who says dangerously. So the lawmakers said the situation is casting a cloud of doubts on Tinubu's capacity to rescue Nigeria. They made the remark in a statement signed by their leader, Afam Ogene. The lawmakers said the rising insecurity and economic hardship in the country negates Tinubu's renewed hope agenda promise to Nigerians. The statement reads partly, our caucus had taken a backseat in the patriotic hope that maybe, just maybe, the beneficiary administration will be able to wrought magic and pull the nation from the precipice of economic annihilation. But as can be obviously felt by the blind and seen by the deaf, the entire country has after 1 year come to the full and unambiguous understanding of what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu meant when he said that his administration would continue with the legacies of his predecessor. The current staggering negative economic indices should alarm every Nigerian, as it has left many previous optimists, including ourselves, in glaring shock. The lawmakers charged Tinubu to urgently prioritize minimizing the suffering of Nigerians by ensuring food security, access to clean water, healthcare and education, tackling poverty and guaranteeing these necessities are pivotal to the sustenance of peace in the country. They also called on the government to intensify the fight against corruption with transparent governance and accountability being paramount. So these are Labour Party lawmakers lamenting and speaking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. But let me go. I'm not done. That there were reports today about how Nigerians are suffering and there is continuous woe. In fact, that headline reads, 1 year in office, chaotic policy implementation puts Nigerians in economic woes. Well, let's go to other issues, because our former president Muhammadu Buhari is begging Nigerians. He said, please please support my successor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Buhari made this call in a statement by his former senior special assistant on media and publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, today, Tuesday. The immediate past president extended his best wishes to Tinubu on the completion of his 1 year in office. According to the statement, Buhari appealed to all Nigerians to continue to strengthen the thread of national unity and goodwill. The former president also appealed to them to give their blessings and support to the Tinubu administration so that it can succeed in its efforts to build a Nigeria of our dreams. The statement read in parts. So we're still suffering after 1 year. I wanted to go further to other conversations concerning 1 year in office. Okay, so let me take this issue too, so that you can handle all of them, because it's all about the anguish of Nigerians. Taiwo Obindo is the president of the Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria, APN. He says that more Nigerians are distressed now than before, and that this may inflict mental health conditions on even more Nigerians. Mr. Obindo said this in an interview today, Tuesday. So he expressed worry over the current economic hardship, coupled with the level of poverty and other social factors in the country, saying that that might likely inflict mental illness on more Nigerians. He listed the social factors as including the high cost of living, insecurity, kidnapping, financial problems, inflation, child abuse, rape, broken homes, broken marriages, traumatic experiences, and degrees of violence, among others. Mr. Obindo explained that people who were predisposed to social factors were more likely to develop mental health issues, particularly during this period when the country has faced or was faced or is faced with lots of economic challenges. Bottom line, August psychiatrists still see plenty of people feel get mental breakdown this period because it seems hard well. So you see that thing I tell you every day, protect your mental health. But let me channel the attention back to you now, Prince Francis Chilaka. From what the Labour Party lawmakers said, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the appeal by the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, on, us praying for him and being patient with him, and to what the psychiatrist said, which is a bit scary, because there are times you go out now, you just wonder, have you had people around you react and you begin to wonder, now this thing, I make you react like this. Like, is everything okay?
It's enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough. I hope I am not.
You've spoken enough.
Okay, it's okay. I hope I'm not exhibiting some symptoms.
That's why I said you should hold
I'm just wondering.
Labour Party honourable members, for once, they're speaking up, but they have to wait for 1 year to speak up. The people who have voted them in had voted them for good governance. The people that voted them had voted them because they believe they could make a change, but they've kept quiet. They also collected cars of 130 million each. We all saw of that. They've been collecting huge constituency allowances, so they didn't realize that Nigerians are suffering until the government has stayed 1 year. But it's good they're speaking out now. I hope they will sustain it, not just tomorrow they will backslide, or tomorrow they will begin to sing a different tone. Unfortunately, I keep saying it, our politicians are good with words. Beautiful words, just like Babachir has used to build the Nigeria of our dreams. This is the same line of weddings he gave us during the 8 colossal years of Buhari government. 8 years of waste. Buhari wasted 8 years of Nigerians' lives. And yet he has the mouth to still talk. It is because we have a country where we do not call past leaders to accountability. We do not question their stewardship. We do not say, come and explain to us what you did with our money over 8 years. If we were doing that in this country, if Nigeria was a country where leaders know that after you lead, you will be questioned. You will be questioned. You will be called back to come and give an account. The likes of Buhari will not be speaking to Nigerians. It is the government of Buhari that has put Nigerians in this situation that we are today. And yet he has the mouth to tell us a country of our dreams. How can we have a country, how can we dream of a country when there is so much poverty around us? How can we dream of a country when there is so much insecurity around us? If you listen, I think it's the news today or so, where they said in Kaduna also, that bandits were asking farmers who want to go to their farms to pay before they go to their farms. And we know that if they raise that money to pay, they will also ask them to raise money and pay when they go for harvesting. So where is the country of our dream when we do not have food to eat? Where is the country of our dream when you and I are not even assured of our security? We're not assured of good health because the hospitals are not functioning well. Our children are not getting good education because they have killed our educational system. So what dream? It's just, people just copy things, because the Americans will say, they talk about dream. So Babachir is good. Let him copy and tell us. He should be able to tell us what they really achieved in 8 years. What legacy did they leave in 8 years for us? If not suffering, hunger, poverty, insecurity. And then, like the current government said they will continue. They're doing the same thing. And that was why this president, on the first day of his inauguration, he took suffering and placed it on the head of Nigerians. Subsidy is gone. We're still suffering that subsidy is gone. And then somebody is telling me to pray for this government, to support this government. A government that does not believe in the people. A government that is not supporting the people. You are asking me to pray and support that same government. Why is it that our political class are very, very wicked? Why are they wicked? Why are they not thinking about the future of this country? The future of the Nigerian people? If you say the doctor or the prof talked about mental health, most Nigerians have lost it. A lot of Nigerians have lost it. It's not a joke. He didn't say anything different. You're going on the road, you see people talking to themselves. You walk into a supermarket these days, by the time you come outside, you see about 4, 5, 6 people standing at the door, begging you to buy something for them or to give them money to go and eat. So this is the country of our dream. A country where the people are becoming beggars by the day. This is the country of our dream. A country where workers are not even sure of their pay. They're demanding for an increase in pay. Minimum wage. Yet, even the 30,000 naira, how many states are paying it? How many states are paying the 30,000 naira? I still believe that the federal government, the executive arm of government, needs to cut the cost of governance. Cut the cost of governance. And use the money you have raised into alleviating the suffering of the Nigerian people. When Mr. President told us on May 29th, 2023, if I'm right, that subsidy is gone, he made a promise to Nigerians. He says that the gains of that subsidy will be applied. But where is the money? Nobody has given us account of how much has been saved from the same subsidy. The same subsidy that has plunged this country into where it is today. Nobody's giving us account. We deserve to be told how much they have saved, what the money is being used for, or where the money is being kept. Nobody. So when people talk about, this government and talking about celebration of May 29th, for me it is just a laughing stock. The reality on ground is that there is nothing to show. So long as you're a government and your people cannot be bouncing, your people cannot be proud, your people cannot have 3 square meals a day, your people cannot go and sleep well, your people cannot access good health, good education, you have failed as a government.
All right, so let's move to this young lady's issue. So remember that the young lady, the Hanifa girl, so the story goes that 5 months after a school teacher, Abdul Malik Tanko, was sentenced to death for the killing of 5-year-old pupil Hanifa Abubakar in Kano State, Governor Abba Yusuf has vowed to ensure the execution of the convict. The governor said the sentence prescribed by the court must be carried out. Yusuf spoke during an event to commemorate the 2024 International Children's Day celebration in Kano. The Kano State High Court had sentenced Tanko and his accomplice Hashimu Ishiako to death by hanging after finding them guilty of Hanifa's murder. Yusuf said ensuring that the convicted murderers get the desired justice they deserve would be no small measure to serve as a deterrent to those who are planning evil against children. According to him, the state is on the verge of declaring states of emergency on education to ensure quality education for children in the state. So Bottom line. So, you know the case of that young girl who was supposed to be in the custody of a teacher. I think it was, I heard it was rat poison or so they put in the bread that they give to her to eat or something like that, you know. And also, it's very sad and beautiful, beautiful young girl just lost her life like that.
You know, our children are endangered species. It's not just something that is happening in the north, it's happening all over Nigeria. People no longer have value, people no longer respect the right of the Nigerian child. A lot of people feel, oh, he's a child, so what? He's also a human being. So I am in total support of what the governor is saying.
So you know that we have quite a number of people on death row. Some, on death row because they've already been sentenced. I remember that during former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, there were comments and lamentations about why, the need to decongest our prison and why those who have been sentenced to death, cannot get the necessary signatory to ensure that they are executed. So we did hear that, governors in and out find it difficult to sign for this to happen, perhaps because they don't want somebody's blood to be in their head. But then how do we ensure that people, the punishment serves as a deterrent to people who are planning to commit such offenses?
It also boils down to governance,
because when you refuse to punish somebody who does something bad, it boils down to
the fact that you do not have a punishment system that works. You can't do this in North Korea. You can't do this in China. Maybe some of these things should be moved away from the governors and placed on the shoulder of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, or placed on the table of the Mr. President. You can't have people on death row some of them have been in prison for 15 years, 20 years. They're just there. They're not moving forward. They're not moving backwards. They're just there. But for me, I'm supporting this governor. He needs to do it. We need to have punishment for crime. People cannot just be doing things and getting away with it. If people know that if you do something, there is punishment for it, and that punishment is irrespective of who you are, then you will see that a lot of things will change. You cannot, as a minister, steal the country dry, and you go to court, and the court is giving you bail. A minister steals, is said to have stolen, say, 7 billion, for instance, and you go to court, the court gives you a bail of 100 million. What is that? It shows you how porous our judiciary system really is. The judiciary need to sit down with the executive and work out a framework. How do we manage people that have been convicted and placed on death row? How do we manage them? It is very, very important. Was it not last month or so, or earlier this month, we were talking about the sodomization of a young boy, whether in the north, in one of the states in the north, and the judge gave a fine of 50 or 100,000 naira. Somebody sodomizes a child, and you're giving the person an option of bail. When we say an offense is carrying a capital punishment, let that capital punishment be executed, and you will see that people will not do the same thing again.
All right. So Lagos, these are, I did tell you guys earlier too that, the Cross River State lawmakers have settled. They said that the Oga Speaker chopped plenty money, because of electricity bill, but it be like say they don't settle their matter. I just wanted to throw that.
Yeah, they've settled. So but the question is, has he given account? This is where our political class has an issue. Has he given an account? Or is it that he has, brought out some money from the money they claim he has embezzled and shared to those who are aggrieved? It still boils down to the fact that it's not about the Nigerian people. Your leaders don't care about you. Their leaders just believe in themselves. It's about what they will get. Everybody in power now is saving up for the next election. So whatever they're doing now is they're mopping up money for the next election. So it wasn't an issue of, he was found guilty and all of that. Good. You guys said he has embezzled money. Has he given an account? Has he been freed? Are you saying that no money was embezzled anymore? If he's an ordinary Nigerian that goes to take a yam tuber, the court will send him to prison immediately. Why are we running two systems in this country? Why do we have a law that protects the rich and at the same time demonizes the poor?
They've now passed a vote of confidence on him. He's doing okay.
It's expected.
All right, Lagos phone line 0. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions very quickly. You know that this is the most important segment of the show, right? Well, we get to have your say. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. You can call the WhatsApp line 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. That is 0817 175 6338. 0700 903 903 903. These are the numbers to call. Hello, good evening and welcome. Oh dear, I lost my first call. This cannot be like that. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening. This is Jonathan from London.
Jonathan, you're welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being my first caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I greet your guest there.
I greet you.
Okay, good evening, sir. I just want to make my contribution on this Nigeria situation.
But Nigeria is not even in my lineup of conversation. You just like to discuss the one that is paining you, but it's fine. It's the evening rush. Go ahead.
No, I just want to relate it to what Oga is saying regarding that our leader didn't care about us.
Okay.
Is that look at the amount of money these people spent on Nigeria Air. That what only we get is a painted photo with all the billions, and there this Rika is coming.
He says a painted for what?
Photo.
So somebody
almost sounded like polished our toe, like a toenail, something polished. I don't know. Don't mind me. Go ahead, please.
So somebody with his is it daughter or cousin going inside and outside of the court every day, and these people still has mind to be walking around the people while bringing out the national project down without any remorse. It is shameful. Let me use the floor for other people. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much.
I need to quickly add this, Precious.
Okay, all right.
Air Nigeria, or whatever it's called, was never a project. It was a scam from day one.
That's what Kayamo said now. But you know what? People were saying that it was a scam. I remember when David Hundeyi mentioned that it was a scam from the beginning, and Nigerians wanted to eat him alive. They said he was an enemy of progress. He doesn't like anything good about
because
Nigeria.
Nigerians were looking forward to... You know the pride of having a national carrier? Nigerians were proudly looking and happily looking forward to win. But this man scammed 220 million Nigerians. He scammed every one of us. This is 419. It is the same 419 that EFCC is locking up young boys all over the place and throwing away the key. Why is he walking around free? Why is the court giving him, bail conditions that they know he will meet? That's the problem. There is no punishment, especially for those in power. There is no punishment.
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome. Welcome. Go ahead. What's your name?
Good evening.
See, I can hear you. Welcome, sir.
I want to speak on Kano issue.
Go ahead, please. What's your name, sir?
Austin from Negbeda.
Can you help me turn off, a little bit further the volume of your radio set? I can hear myself.
Hello, ma.
Yes, go ahead.
Are you hearing me clear now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So the emir of Kano issue now, they don't become my party now.
Before, where would they small, where history there for school, where would they do history? I think go.
Oh dear, apologies. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, thank you for joining us. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
All right, good evening. This is Wilfred. I'm calling you from Lawal.
You're welcome, Rufus. Welcome, go ahead.
Your guest speaker there in the studio.
He can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, he's spoken quite well. And I want to talk about just like what you said about the Constitution. I think that Constitution should be turned into shreds. That's a scam. That's not working. We need to write a new Constitution. And if we want corruption to stop in Nigeria, we've got to start with death penalty, strictly for the leaders and those at the helm of affairs, those in authority. So whatever they do, before they come into the office, there should be a well spelled out document that they sign stating that if they don't fulfill their quest in which they come in to do, they should be lowered down to 6 feet. Simple. So this will surely curb the issue of corruption. And for the National Assembly passing a bill on what they call it now, the national anthem, national anthem. I think that's the greatest problem we've got in Nigeria is that our mentality, mindset, orientation is miserably poor. And that's why you see those people think, because their mentality is so poor, so poor, is wretchedly poor. So they cannot think beyond what their IQ. Their IQ is poor, their mentality is poor, their mindset is poor, their orientation is poor, everything about them is poor. Forget about them being rich, they are poor in brains. So that's why they think absolutely nothing out of the box. I mean, we're talking about serious things like insecurity in the country. And we're talking about national anthem. What has that got to do, changing of national anthem, what has that got to do with the current reality of Nigeria? There are 220 million Nigerians as we speak.
All right, thank you.
So it shows you that these people, their mindset, they are remotely disconnected,
Thank you.
That's just what it is.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. As it is, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Yes. Okay. 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yes, ma. Please, Akuchinya. Good night.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Akuchinya.
Good evening, sir. Thank you. I want to talk about when the prince in the studio talked about the prisoners, how the two leave them and spend like 20 or something years. And the funny part of it is that they don't allow these people to learn something. They don't improve them in any way. They don't even teach them well. Because we all know, with the little I understand, the army uniform that everybody in Nigeria has decided to wear now. Some that is even wearing it. They don't even care to do what they're supposed to do about it. Like doing soldier, to do their work. So we know that the people that normally produce that clothes and their shoes, those people are prisoners outside the country. So I don't know why they don't want to sign it. Maybe they think one day they will fall into trap so that they will not see somebody that will judge them. That is the main thing why they don't want to sign. That is all I have to say, ma. Good night.
All right, thank you, Akuchinya. Interesting, right? Okay, four lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903. Let me quickly go to some WhatsApp messages before I get back to the calls. Perhaps just take a few more calls and go back to the messages. Wow. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
I don't need this, sir. There are some days to go, so I will need it next month. Now,
okay. Should I take it back?
Good evening.
Should I take it back?
No, it's okay. No, don't take it back.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's always a good start.
Okay, go ahead.
So before I will start with something, Prince.
Hey, this thing have started again. It behaved itself. Oh, hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Precious.
Yes, please. Welcome.
Yeah, I greet you, sir.
I greet you too.
Well done, sir, for your analysis.
Thank you.
Well, of my own opinion, this they call it from mainland. Hello, Precious, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, concerning former President Buhari telling us that we should have a dream country. Yeah. For good 8 years that he has used and left Nigeria in abject poverty, destroys our the CBN. They just do whatever they like, take money, withdraw money, whatever they like. And look at the way we make today. Is this what we call democracy? And we want to celebrate tomorrow? Well, I just believe God will have His way in this country.
Amen.
That is my own opinion. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. So, hello, good evening.
Hello?
Sir, welcome back.
Yeah. So, what I was trying to say is that I love the way Prince was laughing to some certain things, because it has got to a point that we Nigerians, we don't even know what to say again. The only way to you just laugh it over. But it's not about laughing. Now, a governor would take 20, just like what he said, 20,000 to give to the people. What would 20,000 help to these young people? Why don't you open an institute to tell Precious? You know that the pattern of building is no longer the pattern of building that that you just mix cement and block and put. The things has changed. Those things has to be learned. The cars that you are using today are more electronic than anything, which has semiconductor in it to communicate with every single part of that car, of the car. And people have to learn how to repair it. It's no longer the 504 that we used to know then. But okay, when the worst part of it is that at the end of the day, the only thing that you will get is you are not going to get when you calculate the amount of people that the 20,000 was given, and then at the end of the day, you will come out and hear the amount they spend on this. You will start to ask yourself a question. Because it's just annoying that the people, like what Prince said, when you are coming out from the supermarket, or so you see many of them begging. I mean, I don't know what they think. Okay, it's recently that the Labour Party members in the House, we are talking. After 1 year, they waited. So to say something about what is happening in Nigeria. And one of the issue of the former aviation minister, any single person will know that the whole thing, even before what's his name, Mr. David was saying it, any reasonable person will know there is something wrong. And I just like Mr. Darlington always says, nothing will happen to him. He will go scot-free. He will definitely go scot-free because of where he comes from.
Right,
and people are dying.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so going back to that message, Mary from Okafa says, from the questions you were asking the children. Now, which children? Okay, from the questions you were asking, okay, I don't think this question belongs to us. I don't think this belongs to us at all. Okay, Kenechiko from Okafa says, the reason why I always listen to VOP from Monday to Friday is because I want to hear a good news about Nigeria. I don't listen to Nigerian news, be it radio or TV, but I'm always disappointed each time I listen to VOP Evening Rush because I have not heard any good news yet. The only good news I've heard was when Precious bought rice. Precious bought. I didn't buy you. Somebody said he was selling for 50k, and some people confirmed they bought from the person. I eventually bought my own for 80k. It's paining me. A whole 30K on the line. Okay, he said the only good news he heard was when Precious brought rice for 50K after spending fear of 10K to the venue. Oh, wow. Which is very far. And with this, okay, and he said, with this good news, Nigeria will, I come and wait. Okay, Kenechiko, I see you. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This Taiwo from Ota says, if the National Assembly could rush to pass the changing of the national anthem, I campaign this bill that one chamber, Senate, should be scrapped to reduce cost of governance. Note, they should give it speedy passage too.
Supported. We need to cut cost of governance. Yes, we need to. Yes.
You will not throw away.
We throw away
something people.
Yes, we need to do that.
Hello? And you think that they're going to pass that bill? Why you do it like just now? People will not. You want to end somebody's choppings. Okay. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Hello?
Sir, welcome.
Precious, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Well done. Yeah, that your guest there, man. I like for real from all of it.
Okay. For real, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Your guest, help me to greet him. My regards to him.
Yes, I greet you, sir.
Political analysis. The guy is fast. The guy is grounded in Nigerian politics. So what I want to say is that you see, reducing the cost of governance, I don't think that is the main issue. You understand me? That's just the periphery of it. Fine, it's good to reduce that because the masses that voted therein are suffering and they are still being extravagant in the country's commonwealth. You understand me? So the thing is, those deals they do in their respective offices, those contract inflation, you can look at that coastal road they say want to build. Don't be surprised that road can worth up to around 5 trillion naira, but they will not tell us that they are doing the road for 53 trillion. What is that the way that money being gotten by those men? So there are other things they do in their respective offices that are not just about. So that they can try to cut their costs down, but the things they are doing there, like the and all that, is the main issue. The thing is that they should give us information on monthly basis, money that comes into the offices, how they use the money, how they spend the money, how much is left, the account that money is. I want your best says. So they should be doing that. They should be transparent in their dealings.
Thank you.
They should let us know what they are doing. It's our right to know.
Thank you.
Understand me? And, another thing again is, you see, your guests were saying that nobody asked you questions. Fine, that's true. But the thing is that we are asking questions. We are asking ourselves. But the government are the ones that will ask questions. This present government is supposed to call Buhari and come and show himself. How do you manage the country? I don't have that power. You don't have that power. You don't have that power. Your guests don't have that power. Those in the aim of affairs, they are the ones that have such power to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much too. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Madam Pleasure.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
It's Nemeka from
Nemeka, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I greet you, my brother.
I remain loyal.
Yeah. Thank you for your job. Madam Precious, former president, is he writing to us from where he's taking care of animals or where? Because the last time he's leaving office, he tell us say taking care of animals is better than ruling Nigeria. Why is he caring again by telling us about dreaming country? I can see that all these men, they don't have shame. Upon what he did to us, he still has mouth to talk. He's supposed to be, rotting in prison now with that man that is writing that thing. Look at where they kept us after 8 years. And you see how much to tell us to pray.
See, network has got your call.
Well, the other thing is that, do you know my happiness situation?
What's your happiness?
Every Nigeria is taking what we import. We just import hardship on us and we will face it. These lawmakers, you see, we are hungry. They are telling us to go back to national anthem. Is it the problem of the country? People know the go their farm. They find out they know the work. Our children never get good education, no good road, no good hospital, and they are telling us about national anthem. All of them must drag their head on shame.
All right, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. But please learn to at least mind your language, please. All All right, Yusuf from Ejego says, where is the conscience of that man who seeks 60,000 naira as minimum wage, monthly salary in this present economy? Imagine Madam Precious reading this with laughter in her face. Hey. You guys in APC are seriously dealing with us. Please stop suffocating. Prince Francis, why are you the one laughing on my behalf? The way these people have just roped me into APC. Oh, Father Lord. Oh, goodness. I cannot talk. All right. This government and its National Assembly simply want to return Nigerians to reciting old national anthem as a way to get the people busy and distracted. The National Assembly should go and recite the second stanza of the national anthem, which is more prayerful or more of prayers for Nigeria and its leaders. It's also a mirror for the leaders to check their if they are sincere and honest in their actions, if they are, right. Arise, O compatriots, is the best anthem. This crop of politicians do not mean well for Nigeria. It is so shameful to find ourselves in this situation where the so-called leaders do not care about the people. That's what you said. And then he says, links to, okay, I'm not taking that. That's more like a link. Hi, Precious. Your guest, your guest is doing a great job. It's my prayer that God will fortify his protection over you. Please, until we bring our past leaders to book, this country won't move forward. I read in the news today, former president of Egypt to be jailed for 1 year. Until we come to that point when there can be accountability, we are going nowhere. James sent in that message. Amen. Let there be accountability. All right. Let me go back to the calls. I get back to those messages. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome. What's your name, sir?
Precious, that is Jovo.
Oh, hi,
good
Jovo.
evening
You're
to
welcome.
the Prince.
Jovo, how are you?
The Prince with a tooth of wisdom. I greet you, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Precious.
Sir?
I wanted to sound like a break this evening, but I'm not going to do that because today I'm doing a retrospect. Tomorrow,
retrospect because 1 year is in office is tomorrow. Abi, you celebrate it.
It don't knock now. The clock never knock. Precious. Not be by this
so
time.
what's Jolly now? You want declare
for the Jolly for we.
Why now?
I want the Jolly. They don't say make you know Jolly, Precious. We Jolly you want because
they don't know. Which time they pass the bill of non-jolly
the person will write exam. Precious person will write exam. We no say in write nonsense for exam hall. I won't come the expect me then give answer. So you go first of all they celebrate say you don't fail already.
Nothing prayer, nothing do. People don't they no write anything for exam hall, then pray.
Precious,
they give them E now let my people Pharaoh let my people go. Just for attempting question.
My people no go anywhere, Precious. Every street of this country get church like 3. The prayers we they offer, the country no agree good. Make we know they pray again, Precious. Let us do what we can do as humans. I remember vividly clearly here in this country, almost a year or more than a year ago now, before the election, the president was asked, what would you do when you get to the office? He said, I will hit the ground running. 3 good times he said he will hit the ground running.
But from the beginning of his administration, they said he actually hits the ground running.
Yes, now.
When he hit the ground, Precious, yes. Precious, when he hit the ground, he ran, but to which direction did he run to? Is it to hit the ground running? You can hit the ground and run to a wrong direction. He ran to a direction that was wrong.
You're making me yawn. Don't let me yawn more than this.
It's not about running, Precious. You know, he hit the ground, he ran to the other side and reversed us to 1981, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where we are. And I remember that woman who came on Rise TV channels and other TV that was saying that they met in London. The president does not have any plan apart from being the president. Is it not obvious? 1 year after, Precious. How do we measure this thing? It's very simple, Precious.
But the president mentioned that he's prepared for this race.
We are not pitying him. That's why we did. See, Precious, the problem is that his supporters, they don't understand how governance work. It is simple. When you are at the helms of affairs, your critics are your best support for you to succeed. when they criticize you, you go back and check what they are saying. Those who were singing his praises, deceiving him, singing praises that, give him 9 months. Pregnancy will last for 9 months. Precious, you're a woman now. Pregnancy don't they reach a year or 12 months. The baby, they never born her. Is the baby now hanging?
It is somewhere they hang. They never see
let us go to the theater now and then we'll go operate and bring the baby out by force. Since the baby no one come out again.
Brother, some things in spiritual solution.
Precious. To make it worse now, Precious. What I don't know what we are going to be hearing tomorrow now, because this NLC saga thing has not reached any conclusion. So the president is supposed to address us, but he said it will not go on live television. Precious, we know our...
Oh yeah. You see, your village people, they've seen that you talked too much, so they want to cut you off. Thank you, Jova. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Nkechi.
Nkechi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ago.
You're welcome, Nkechi. Go ahead, very quickly.
Oh, I'm so glad that I'm actually finally connected to you people.
Oh, you're connected. I'm in a good mood, eh? Congratulations. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So, actually, what I want to talk about is, I just want to welcome everybody to Nigeria, where our house will be burning and then our leaders will be chasing rats. And we should welcome also to Nigeria, where we have no basic education, we have no good roads, but we can spend billions of naira to sponsor people or to subsidize hygiene or whatever, religious whatever for some people, when even ordinary minimum wage we cannot give our workers, people who actually make this country work.
We are giving them minimum wage, but it is the quality of the minimum wage, my sister.
The minimum wage, what? I'm sorry. Let's paint a picture. A father, a mother, let's say 2 children minimum. And what can 60,000 at most do for them?
In 1 month. Don't try to do the maths.
A pint of Gary now in my area is 4,500. A pint of brown beans is 6,000, 8,000. Sorry, in Ago here. Pepper now is 150 naira. So you have like 10. They now put jara of 2 for you. That is 500 naira. That is what they are selling to now.
Yeah, don't be making my mind skip now. You're just scaring me with
seriously,
these things you're saying.
That is what is up. You cannot find anything of 200 naira now. You know, before you can buy something of 50 pure water of 50 naira. This and that. But now one sachet of pure water is 50 naira. I mean, I don't understand. Does it mean that these people don't hear all these things that they are saying on this radio, or they are just oblivious to what is happening? How can you go to places like UK, London, US, you go there, you see how things are run, and you people actually borrow their own system of government, and when you come here, you can't even make such thing wrong. I mean, I don't understand. Just running like headless fowl. It's terrible. And you see this religion and this tribal stuff, it has actually killed killed this nation finally. We live for quality, and we go and be following inferiority.
I'm hoping we'll learn our lessons.
I mean, I don't know. I just pray that God, in fact, we should not call God, because God has given us everything to make our life better. God has given us the resources, but yet people will come here, they will pay you, they will cut away your resources, they will take it to their country, they will refine it, they will bring it back for you, and you will be buying it in millions of naira, you'll be jubilating. I mean, who leaves basic education and go and be subsidizing Haji and Jerusalem and whatever? Like, you are going to help their own economy, while your own economy is dying. I don't understand it. And then you bring up this national anthem, Bohaha. I don't understand. Look at the speed of our physics in past first reading, second reading, third reading. It's now waiting.
And we remember we're still for the past 1 year we've been battling on new minimum wage. Just to remind you.
Whatever.
All right, thank you.
I don't say God will help us. We will help ourselves when we are ready. When the thing don't help us very, very well, we know the right thing to do. Make I no talk the one where they go take ban your radio.
They no go ban us in Jesus' name. Be good as you no go talk am. Thank you.
They don't go give on this thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
Wonderful
calling.
job you guys are doing.
Thank
My mom
you.
is a fan though. She's Mrs. Rosaline. She doesn't speak English very well. But she's one that introduced me to BOP.
Because of her, I go to finish pidgin English. Wetin concern me concern English language. I go to pieces the pidgin for Momsi. Greet her for me. I beg. Send her all my love. Thank
She's
you.
the one that introduced me to VOP. She's ardent listener. And if she hasn't seen your face on YouTube, she has been disturbing me. You and that the other barrister.
Oh, Barrister Darlington.
So Mrs. Rosaline, anytime, please calm down, and she might not be pronouncing all those things.
It's
very
okay.
well,
it's not a problem. Of course. I understand. And I love the fact that Momsi is interested in politics and Nigeria's development. That's a very good thing. Please don't stop her.
Yeah, she is. She
Thank
is.
you.
I mean, in fact, she's the one that actually even made me start listening to you, because don't listen to radio. It's only TV.
You better
but
start hearing.
For Mogo. Yeah, at my place. She has been yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This means a lot to us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so I feel fatter just now. I don't fat. I don't blow like this. Hello, good evening. Yes?
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir.
Okay,
Welcome.
as I was talking before.
Oh, you were. What's that your name again? Remind us.
The politics don't enter our traditional institution.
Ew.
It's since APC entered that Sanusi was the throne. Now another APC regime again. But that Adebere was the throne. So it's with the calamity that APC carry give us, now they suffer. Since because I go school, where I do history. I never hear say they dethrone emirs or anything like that. Now this APC.
You should say that history. You read them well. You know, say Sanusi Lamido, Sanusi Papa, grandfather na Emaya. You know, as waiting happen. You go read now.
That's the same thing. That's the same politics. And the second one I want to talk is that this issue of this national anthem. APC is carrying Nigeria backwards. From digital to analog, they are carrying us to backwards. And it's all their policy, all their everything now backward. They know they think way forward. So that's my contribution this time. Good night.
All right. Thank you so much. Good night to you too. Hello. Good evening. Hello. All right. So let me run through my messages now, because people on that message portal may chew me right. Okay. So this is good evening. Kudos to Prince. I wonder how Nigeria would make progress when we have so many people that are above the law in Nigeria, and Sirika is one of many. One of the many. According to how Nigeria is structured, Sirika and his likes are forever free. The case is dead, and Nigerians remains victims. Peter from Ikeja sent in that message. And William Esha from Isheri Oshun says, the legislature taking us back to Egypt by passing a bill to revert to the old national anthem is appalling and a sign of joblessness. National anthem has never been a problem, but lazy, selfish and greedy politicians, let them rest their minds and brains and know that one day monkey could go market, go return again. Thanks for the good work that you're doing. William sent in that. I appreciate you, William. Thank you so much. Good evening, precious Sunday guest. God bless you for us. My name is Chinedu from Alaba International Market. Whose powder is above the president? Whose powder or power is above the president? Nigeria's okay. So you say if there is, please let them with immediate alacrity sit him down and ask him what. Okay, and ask him how long we should expect him to put things in order, like either 6 months or a year. Now, if not, they should step down and allow those that can do it to get into power. Is that what you're trying to say? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This message is lengthy, and if your message is too lengthy, I may not be able to read all of it. Try and make it concise. I so much like the way your guest analyze political issues. He is very good at it. We shouldn't be saying this. Nobody is asking questions. Why should we say the leaders don't ask questions about people that have looted our commonwealth? These men in the government affairs are playing with us and our commonwealth in this country. They are taking advantage of no strong cohesive forces, and also they are fully ready to make us make use of military to truncate and sabotage any kind of protest like what's happened in NSAS. They succeed in handicapping the masses. So you're right. Not that Nigerians don't know what to do, but who will bail the cat is the issue, because we know the government will always do their magic. Government magic, according to Fela. That's what you said. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sending that message for real. Prince from Ilasa says, Precious, we are no longer practicing democracy. We are now practicing, he said not long ago, what happened? Not long ago, they used 90 billion naira to pray in Saudi Arabia, and now the national anthem is now the problem. They go about throwing money up and down, but those one they give the name poorest of the poor can't even feed at the end of the day. What's the use? Good evening, Precious. Why does Buhari always speak through Garubashehu? Is he afraid of microphone? Obasanjo talks all the time as a stakeholder. Obasanjo writes letter a lot to Nigerians. Good luck. Jonathan also speaks often. Why is Buhari speaking through someone when he was in power? And now that he's also out of power, he's also speaking through someone. OC sends that question. Do you have an answer? Dave from Festac says, my light bill is killing me. I pay 8K for prepaid during Buhari's time for a month. But now I pay 27K per month. My heart they cut. And Gary, add driver's license, add rice, add beans, add house rent. See, I go jump on a bridge. I beg, no jump. God, please give us J. Rawlings. I be right. He said, God of Rawlings and Josh. Joash, come and help us. So, all right. Let's look some more. Look for some more. Good evening, Precious, and our guest Babachir from Oshodi. I say I greet you now. We greet you too, my brother. Why can Tinubu as president send EFCC after all those embezzlers of our economy? So yes, I saw somewhere that Atiku Abubakar rather had asked the president to probe the subsidy regime. If it's a big deal, let's know those who have put us part of those who have impoverished Nigeria. So why can't we really probe those people? Why does it look like we just let some of them go? I don't want to even mention Better You Do, but I'm coming back to this message. I'm coming back to you later. Our money, he said that let's know the embezzlers of our money that ruled with Buhari as they did to those that ruled with Goodluck Jonathan. Then, as for the new coastal highway road, that's not what Nigerians need at the moment. And going back to old national anthem is as well not what we need. But old prices of rice and beans and odd gari. So we don't need the old prices of things we used to buy. Not going back to old national anthem and all that. Good evening, Precious, and your guests in the studio. Firstly, I beg you, always try to read messages. Sorry. What's happening in Kano now is nothing but spiritual reality. If these politicians are not careful, this could cause an imaginable conflagration. Emir Sanusi has come back to stay. As for 1 year of Tinubu's office, it's a big shame to him, to supporters. He has continued to prove people right that he has, he's not doing much. No wonder he can't even address the nation tomorrow because there's nothing to point to his achievement. Oh, what a shame. That's what you say, Sahid from Barra. And Nigerians are hungry and APC is forcing them to say that they are okay. APC, we said a lot. He said, may God help us and deliver us. Harry, he said, Obi talked and they attacked him. Atiku talked and they attacked him. Obi talked, he was called names. And now Obasanjo, they want to also stone him. I don't know what. Yeah, you know that the federal government reacted to Obasanjo's, and of course you always know the reaction from federal government. So Obasanjo's criticism of how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu handled the subsidy issue and the Niger Republic issue and the floating of Naira.
No, but
Precious.
I think that if you read through the letter of the former president, and he also tried to just oppose it with what Atiku is saying, they're saying the same thing.
And that's what I'm saying. I said the federal government has responded to former president.
No, what I mean, these two people are saying the same thing. One, Obasanjo said that the policies are necessary, but the implementation at time is poor. You don't remove subsidy without holding a meeting with stakeholders, with Nigerians, to know how it will affect the Nigerian people.
So even without holding the meeting, at least, how about acting expeditiously to ensure that whatever
there was nothing in place? So you can't get something out of nothing. There was absolutely nothing in place.
Oh, wow.
So it was a decision taken, just, that's the way.
Okay. So a few messages. Ekenesis Precious. I have said it before and I'm saying it again. These are leaders don't like you and me. Away. They are not even ashamed of themselves. They travel to UK, US and other places and they enjoy what they see. But they come back and try to destroy Nigeria with their policies. Anyway, it's what it is. Thanks, Precious, for the awesome job you do daily basis. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for understanding. All right. So I'd like you to wrap your thoughts on this. Today is World Menstrual Hygiene Day. And I want us to talk about some stuff on our step down conversation. So there's been lots of agitation that instead of giving out, when you go to hotels to lodge, they drop condoms. And there are times that different agencies, would give freebies of condoms around and all that so that people can stay protected, which is very important to avoid STDs and other issues. But how about giving out or making free sanitary pads compulsory for girl children? The reason I'm saying this is, apart from the level of out of school children, we're looking at the level, especially the level of the poverty in the country right now. Right? How many families can afford sanitary pads for their girls, especially when God come bless you, born plenty girls?
Now you're talking about this. You need to, each time people talk about the girl child, they talk about sanitary pads, they talk about condoms. We're getting it wrong. Hotels are set up purely for promiscuity.
Okay, so the condom are part of their business.
It's part of their business.
Oh, wow, awesome.
It is a tool to which they promote.
You know what? Let's take a break. We'll be right back to discuss that conversation after this break, because this is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So condoms, sanitary pads, which would you rather government implement and gives out for free? That's a step down conversation. After the break, we'll be right back.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m.
All right, Legacy, welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and hey, it is still the evening rush with your girl Precious. So you had a thought before I hushed you, more like, and then we ran straight to the break. So let me let you finish that.
Yes, I'm just trying to let you understand that we need to stop this idea of equating the girl child that needs pad and the freebie of condoms in hotels.
Not just hotels though. So the issue with the condom is that it's not just hotels.
Hotels are set up purely for relaxation and promiscuity, so they need to also encourage people who come there, because sometimes people
so that their markets go move.
Good. People go to hotels and they don't get prepared, they don't have condoms, and so that is what they need. Now when you talk about pads is more something you need either at home or schools where you have girls schools. So I am an advocate the fact that this whole idea of people sharing food, when you're sharing food to people, you should also add sanitary pad to it. Because a lot of girls out there are going through a lot. Some people don't even have,
You You know my fear. You know the reason I thought to raise this conversation, and I'm sorry, but I fear that we may be going back to the eras of our great grandmothers and grandfathers where they use wrapper, pieces of wrapper to see period. See, person never chop food. Come buy pad. Remember that after Procter and Gamble, announced they will leave Nigeria, the prices of some of those, because they're the makers of one of the most popular pad that women use. It's gone up. So how many people can even afford?
And Precious, the funny thing is that, before now you can walk into any supermarket, you can walk into any shop, you can even walk into a kiosk and get sanitary pad. You don't find it anymore. You need to now go into expensive supermarkets. And the prices are, outrageous. How many people can afford it? I remember, I think it was last month, my daughter went to shopping and she wanted to buy some. You know what she told me? She said, Daddy, I want to get extra. I want to dash my friends in school. And I said, oh, no problem. So when I see foundations that, are going out to share sanitary pads, I'm all for it. And I'm imploring a lot of people. We have a lot of people who have money. All these governors that are dashing money free, that are saying that they're dashing 20,000 to go and start business. Let them put that money into buying sanitary pad and distributing. It will go a long way to help the girl child.
Oh, you just broke my heart with that. So speaking about organizations that go out to give pad, I think we had one of those today, and because of that I'll be giving a sanitary pad for both myself and the organization also gave us sanitary pad. So as it is, you just already mentioned, today, 28th of May, it's International Menstrual Hygiene Day. So it's a global initiative dedicated to raising awareness about the importance of proper menstrual hygiene, because that is very important. The day aims at breaking the silence and stigma surrounding menstruation, ensuring women and girls worldwide have access to the knowledge and resources they need for safe and hygienic menstrual practices. And sometimes I fear for, I don't want to call people the destitutes, but people who, are not so well to do. How do they manage during that period of their life? Do you understand? So, by the way, just very quickly, a non-governmental organization, HOJ Foundation, went to some public schools today in Lagos to enlighten young girls on proper hygiene through their Pad Up Our Girls initiative campaign, and also shared sanitary pads. And I have about, 2 packs of that sanitary pad to give out to someone who cannot afford sanitary pad here. Or if you know somebody around your neighborhood who it gets more picking, but it be like say they know if you just carry money buy pad. I beg, just tell me, make I give the person sanitary pad. And then I'm also willing to buy for 5 more people. At least let me take care of your 1 or 2, 3 months sanitary pads. I'll be willing to do that on my own. Please. Thank you.
Where's the bell?
No bell, no ring. No ringer. So this is important. But let's get straight to that step. So Lagos, the phone lines are open now. 0700 903 903. That's the number to call. You can call the WhatsApp line at 0817 756 338, 0817 175 6338, 0817 175 6338. That's a WhatsApp line. But the direct line to call is 0700 903 903 903. So in case you have somebody who knows somebody who you think may really need sanitary pad, we just have 5 minutes. Please call. Let's reach out to the person. Hello, good evening. You cannot start like that. Now, so you use you in something. Hello.
Hello.
No. We can't do this. If you're calling me, please put down the volume of your radio set. And you can also send me WhatsApp messages, by the way. It's very important. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. This is not for men, It's not like I'm saying I'm going to share condoms later.
No, who told you it's not for men?
Every man has a woman, right?
Not only that, men are becoming more domesticated these days. A lot of men, yes, they take care of their daughters. They're at home. Honestly speaking, we have a lot of men who are playing the role of mothers, and I'm one of them. So, yes.
Daddy, stop that.
No,
hello, good evening.
Hello.
Well done. Hello, good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening once again.
Welcome, Akochinyere. How are you?
Ma'am, bless God.
Well done.
I want to talk about this sanitary pad.
Go ahead, please.
The one with yellow pad. I don't want to call the name. The one with yellow pad.
Yes.
They
also have a green one, Abi.
Huh?
They also have a green one, Abi.
Let's walk. I can't hear you. But the one with the yellow pack, what the amount that they're selling it before was 350. Now, Madam Precious, is 900 naira. Me, I'm using rag. I'm using my clothes.
No, you can't do that.
It's 900 naira. The one with yellow pack, he have different color. The name starts with yellow.
I know what you're, and I said they also have a green color. I was trying to tell you. So you know what, Akuchinyere, you owe me a 3-month supply of. You owe me a 3-month supply of sanitary pad. You owe me. I owe you rather 3-month supply of sanitary pad. Okay.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Well done. Apologies. Don't worry. God go help us. All right. Lagos phone lines are open 0700 903 903 903. So as the world celebrates World Menstrual Hygiene Day, so parents again. So someone like you now that plays that role, how do you now educate your girl child? You know, how to keep herself neat during that time of the month, how to take care of her hygiene, which is very important. You know, that's usually a mother's role.
We just talk generally, and you know, tell her.
Were you able to put her through?
No, I had my sister do some of that, but for me it was like, oh, you need to take a shower constantly. You need to do this. You need to know when it's coming. You need to. So she's gotten to that point where she's prepared.
Before it happens.
Yeah, she would just come like, Daddy. And I said, what is it? Are you going out? I said, yeah, get me sanitary pad. And, you know, the first time I got it for her, she was like, Daddy, are you not ashamed buying it? I said, why? Yes, because for her, she feels, you know, it's not something the father should go and buy. Yes.
But the father can give birth to a girl child.
Well, that's, you know, but the thing is, I think a lot of parents, especially men, get involved. You know, that money you use in drinking a bottle of beer, set it aside for your daughter. That money you use in smoking, set it aside. Make sure you just give them the basic things they need. I mean, you just find them, you know, happy and glowing, and you know, I don't know. It's just a sacrifice you have to make as a parent, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, good evening. All right, so this says, good evening. Condom is better than pads. Without free condoms, many unwanted pregnancies would be everywhere. Can you say, how many people even use a free condom? People will still tell you that even with that in here, they cannot be like the natural, that they are not doing. Forget about that in my brother. Am I speaking from your experience?
The thing is, you know, he's talking from his own point of view, which I respect. But we're talking about the girl child now. We're talking about hygiene and cleanliness for the girl child. I think we must apply emotional intelligence when we're discussing issues. And this is an issue that I think people should take more seriously. He's just been sarcastic. That's all I'll say.
Okay, so to fathers who play the role of mothers too, I really would like to know, how do you talk to your girls about proper menstrual hygiene? It's important to me. I really would love to know. Do you feel awkward discussing that with your daughter? Did you feel awkward the first time?
No, I haven't felt awkward because I've always taken time to talk about sex education with my kids. It's very important.
Okay, so you never felt awkward?
You can't talk about sanitary pad without talking about
sex education.
So we need, as parents, especially as fathers, if you're the one doing both, you need to talk to them early. You know, it's gotten to the point where my daughter will tell you, I have one boyfriend, he's my daddy. And that is the closeness fathers need to get to their children.
Okay, hello, good evening.
Yeah, precious evening.
Jova, hurry up. Evening, fast. How far?
Okay, I must first of all greet the prince.
Thank you. So I always hear children's voice around you whenever you call. You have a daughter. I want to believe you have a daughter.
Yes, I do have a daughter, Precious.
Okay, I come and
Precious, it is a natural phenomenon. I use that word correctly, where a girl child will always be in love or closer
to her father.
A better word to the father. Yes, just
don't make me cry. Don't make me remember that I have lost my father because I was his girl. He was my baby boy for life.
And it is also vice versa. Their male children will be closer to at this early stage than the father. Even at old age. That's why you see at old age the male children will buy things for the mom and buying only hot drinks. The father.
It's not because you men are alcoholics, so.
Yeah, it's not. That's what they think that we do.
All right, Jova, please be quick with it so that I can talk to others.
Okay, quickly. It's very simple. It's about sanitary pad. The honest truth that I know is that when a girl sees for the first time this menstrual flow from her body, the first person she feels confident about telling is the father.
I agree with you. The first person who ever knew that I ever menstruated was my dad. I agree with you. I'm sorry.
If she did not confide in her father about that, it means there's a very big gap. And most often, she will not confide on her, but she will confide on an outsider. So now, it is the duty of the father for those who their fathers are still around, at that point in time, to lead the girl into this decency of life. I heard about condom. I don't think condom should be, if you ask my personal opinion, respectfully to whoever would think otherwise, is that condom should not even be a thing in any relationship.
All right, thank you, Jova. Let's not dwell on this. I appreciate you. Unfortunately, your daughter is not up to the age of using using pads now, right?
You think so, Precious?
I want to believe that even if it is, you can afford it.
Okay, I think I'll go the second one.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm really looking for those who cannot afford it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good night. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, welcome, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
I think you have made yourself, in my mind, a very great woman this evening. My name is Chuka. I'm calling from Ayoko.
Chuka, you're welcome.
Yes, I think you have presented us an opportunity to start this advocacy in churches.
Thank you.
And ask other schools, private schools particularly, even tertiary institutions, to back up this idea. I think it is important.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of you.
Thank
you. What you have just told us this evening.
Thank you.
And personally, I will commit myself to do things quietly.
Fantastic. To anyone around you that you think that would make me so happy. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Great in your own way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. So I have this message here that says I had to go. He talked about going to the market on an emergency on Sunday morning to just buy a pad. Something he used to buy 1,000 naira before. Found out that it was 1,500 naira. And but luckily for him, he said that we bought goods from the UK and you had someone who had a pack. Well, you said a lot. Unfortunately, you don't need my help. So let me quickly go. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Gift on the line.
I didn't get your name. Your name is what?
I'm calling from Menstrual. Gift on the line.
Gift, you're welcome. Gift, you're welcome. Go ahead, please. Gift, go ahead.
I just want to talk about the part of it. The cost they are selling it now is very high. And the country is hard now to get it.
Gift, do you have children? Girl children?
No.
Okay. But you may need for yourself, right?
Yes.
All right. I'll contact you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Okay, so let me run through my messages very quickly.
Before you run through, there was something the last caller before her said, the caller before her, saying that this thing should be taken to churches.
Yes.
I think this is also where our religious institutions are not doing enough. It's not enough to ask people to pay tithe and offering.
We don't have time again.
You need to do more.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Yes, welcome.
Precious, good
evening. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Elisa. I call from Ibeda.
Elisa, you're welcome. Oh, sharp. How have he help you now? You want to put mouths?
I want to put mouth for this sanity stuff. That the last one that I bought, I think is last 2 months. I think it's 1,500, but now it's 1,800 for this month, 1,008. So to tell you that there is nothing, that everything in the market is very hard now.
I agree with you. But do you have children? I would really love to give out to young children. Do you have younger children?
Yeah. I have one girl, sir.
Is she menstruating already? She's not up to.
No, I'm the one that is not. I'm the one that menstruates, not.
All right, no problem. I'll do well to reach out to you. No problem. Thank you so much.
All right,
thank you. Okay,
thank
so
you,
somebody said, God bless you too. Someone says here, his name is Mr. Yanwo. Thanks. I don't get. I wish I know what you wanted me to do for Miss Anyanwu. You didn't give me numbers. Yusuf from Ijegu says, honestly, all these things are heavy burdens on us, the guys. Imagine how much we spend every month to buy pad for our girlfriends. Madam Precious, you see, this suffocation by ABC will not continue. It's going to a point where we are going to say no. Are you serious? Okay. This message says, Precious, I'm sorry I can't listen to this. It makes me throw up. Oh, wow. Unfortunately, but that's part of life. Well, as sad as it is. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. What's your name?
I'm Mrs. Grace.
Mrs. what?
Grace.
Mrs. Grace, just help me speak fast. Very quickly. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, but please, I want to talk about the sanitary part.
Go ahead.
Very costly.
Okay.
Very costly.
Mrs. Grace, do you have girl children? Do you have a girl child?
No. He's just 8 years old.
Oh, okay. All right then, no problem. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I may have to reach out to you too. Lagos, that's the size of our package. Prince Francis, I take it that you don't have a rapid pattern shot.
My pattern shot has always been the same. Our leaders need to begin to think as if there is no box. Life is getting more and more difficult for the ordinary Nigerians. Nobody is smiling anymore.
Thank you.
Mental health, please protect it.
Thank you, Lagos. That's the size of our package. I love you. Please protect your mental health. You know I love you, right? I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be having Barrister Darlington's lecturer. Okay, so Professor Bugu will be with me tomorrow. I'll see you, and I love you. Good night.